So for people that are thinking about getting into competing or they're just starting, like what are some good tips for beginners to get in besides work with me?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Right. Find you first. This sport will change you. Yeah. And some is for the worse, some is for the better, but find yourself first. Go into the sport knowing who you are, go into the sport knowing what you want, what legacy, what impact you want to leave. If you ever decide like, okay, one show was good for me, I want to leave my mark, boom, good, I did it. But this sport will change you. It will change how you view yourself. It'll change how you view food. So if you don't have a great relationship with food, that's normal, that's okay. But make sure it's under control because trust me. I look at a cookie, I'm like, oh, Jesus. Yep. It's crazy. It's crazy. But understand yourself first. Understand your relationship with food first. And do your research. Don't just jump into this thinking like, oh, I'm about to be badass with this. Yeah, you just may. You just may. But just understand there's going to be someone across the world who is just as badass, if not more badass than you. So just really being realistic with yourself. Hiring a coach. Do your research with your coach. Start local if you have to. Or if you have friends who are within it and they have results, talk to them. Talk to the people who are already in the position that you are in. And like I said, there's so many resources nowadays. So use it, especially free resources. Use them.
You can turn yourself into a champion just on YouTube alone.
Literally. Again,
are there any red flags they should avoid? Like what are some ones that you go like everyone that's more experienced or has like a lot of experience in the industry, it's something you're just like, I don't know how people still fall for this. Yes. Like, what are some red flags people should look out for just in general in the whole sport, coaching, things like that?
I'm over the whole like, oh, get glutes in 8 weeks. Like, can we stop? Can we stop?
Everyone's
doing that?
A glute expert.
Literally,
now.
I'm just like, maybe this program is not best for you. It's just it's not a one size fit all. That's literally understand bodybuilding is not one size fit all. So those, honestly, the coaches who haven't put up their results on their social media page, you can promote yourself by saying X, Y, and Z, but we want to see the facts. We want to see the results. So if I'm not seeing what Sally over here looks like, what Joe over here looks like, how do I know you can produce results with me? So again, red flag, social media. If they're not putting out their results, what can they really do? So,
there was, those really are great tips for people. Another one that I've heard in general too are coaches that, and this is actually came from a coach that's not a bodybuilding coach, but it's just a good coaching tip to look out for too. Is if they turn more into blamers than they do into finding solutions. Because I meet a lot of coaches that, every program's supposed to be customized around the individual.
Yes, absolutely.
And, there's people change and they have hard routines and stuff. And then there's coaches that just go, well, you're not getting results because you're not listening instead of trying to find ways.
Exactly.
And that was always a pretty big red flag for me.
Exactly.
I've worked with coaches. I've never hired a coach. Like we usually end up working together just as friends or, trying new stuff. But that was always one that I would be like,
exactly.
You're taking this a little too personal.
Right.
Like you're supposed to be helping me.
Exactly.
Now we're arguing.
Right. I'm like, no, that doesn't happen. I have a couple of my athletes on my roster. They're in the Army. So, they're on their feet all day, every day. So obviously the recovery for their legs it's null and void. Like they're just on the go. So I've had to literally sit down with them, map out their schedule, see what's going to be best for their recovery and say, all right, well, guess what? We're going to do 2 days on, 2 days off, see how that works out for us. And sure enough, we've been seeing results from that. So again, everybody is not going to have the same program. If a client comes to you with something, listen, they're not usually trying to tell you how to do our job. They're literally saying, I'm providing this information so you can help me. Yep. So literally. So
it's really just knowledge. Knowledge is so important, especially in the fitness industry. And something I'm always pushing on this show is get educated. Never stop learning.
Exactly.
And, I just get so tired of seeing people fall in the same trap. And, I will be the first to say I'm no expert. I'm just, another average gym rat. And I want to bring in people that are much smarter than me and have these conversations. I'm learned so much about bodybuilding today. I'm excited. It was one of the things I was excited about having you in was like, I've been around the sport so much, but
Yeah.
I have no clue about anything
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
And so, just when I would be at those shows, I'd be like, what is happening?
Yes.
Like, what
Yes,
is like the
it's
class A?
a
I
lot.
never knew what that was.
Exactly.
I was just
Yeah.
like, go over there. And, so no, that's great. And I think that's
Yeah.
important for people to know. I hope a lot of people take away from that. And so, because God, I get so many questions. And
I believe
I
it.
have no idea.
Like, I'm sorry, I don't know.
I get people message me all the time on the AFC page that are like, do you know any good coaches? Like, do you think I should do this? I'm like, why are you asking me?
Like, I'll direct you here.
Like, I want to help you, but I'm not sure. So.
Yeah.